Hello, we are Craig and Janice, and welcome back to another episode of Cruising Off Duty. We're doing a series where we're at the Annapolis Sailboat Show and we're comparing all the catamarans as to whether it's something we would want to live on. In the last two episodes, we covered all the catamarans that were built by Fontaine-Pajot. In this episode and the next episode, we'll cover all the boats that were produced by Lagoon. This episode will be the two smallest of the Lagoons, the Lagoon 38 shown here, and then the Lagoon 42. Keep in mind that last season, our favorite production boat was the Lagoon 450S. You'll have to stay tuned and see if that's still the case after this year. So come along with us as we bring you inside and outside of all these boats and let you know what we really think. This is no fluff piece. We're not just here to tell you every boat is awesome. Seriously, no holds barred. If you watched us last season, we'll tell you if we don't like something. Here's how we talk about the Ep88 that we liked last episode and the criteria we're using.
Area and
big shower,
closets, big bathroom,
so
huge linen closets. Like
Ep88 is definitely one of the contenders.
It's on the list for sure.
Now we'll probably love the next boat and the next boat even better because they're getting even bigger. So let's get on to this episode and the Lagoons. And just so you know, Janice and I recorded with two separate cameras, so you're going to hear her perspective on the boat and mine.
380, so a 38-foot Lagoon. Walking around, it's not as wide and flat of a walking area, but it is only a 38, obviously. Sitting area.
Yeah, well, you know, we were going to get
a
screecher, but that's the same cost as a parasailer. A parasailer you can use on a beam all the way downwind.
Perch. The Fontaines had a nice wooden one, but I see other versions of this have wood. The hatches are raised. We prefer flush. And there's the upper, lots of room to sail.
Tends to get back on my back.
And then not as much top deck space as you'd get on a bigger boat, of course. And no upstairs seating, like padded area. A little room for solar there on the upper hard bimini. And then this is your outdoor salon.
He doesn't have a big dining area in the back. It's just a comfortable sitting area.
What do you think of it?
And
You like it or not?
sport cockpit here. There's still a pass-through for drinks. Oh, in here is lovely though for a small boat. This is very lovely. The dining area, I guess, is the only dining area. Kitchen, stove, and oven. And at least there are double sinks, so that's necessary for me. Let's see. The cabinetry is very square, very not even resembling wood. Very IKEA. The windows could be brighter, but it is a 38, so. An advantage of the Fontaines are the sunroofs, which this boat does not have. At least it has a nav station. I like to have a nav station. This doesn't feel right without.
What we've known from last year seeing this is there's no table out here, but that's because the table that's in there can come up and pop out and become the table out here in your outdoor salon. We've got a round salon. Double sink, but the second sink is kind of small to be a rinse sink, and then you've got a small 3-burner gas stove and an oven. So, narrow stairs, and then this is the head on the starboard side. So in this boat, each side has one bedroom and then a head with a separate shower. So as you can see, so it's sort of like a small owner's version. So you've got the one queen size bed. It's a nice square bed. It's not rounded like Fontaine-Pajot, so you can use normal sheets, which is nice. And you've got cabinetry down there, cabinetry over here. And you get to look at the fishy through this little window down here. Little hatch. In case you're wondering, it's in case the boat ever was to flip upside down, you'd be able to get an escape hatch here. So this is the starboard side with your little coffee desk area.
Just 2 steps down? No?
Stairs are narrow.
Yeah. Steep stairway. But the bed is big.
It's a full queen and it's square sheets. You can use normal sheets, right?
That I like. This is a bonus. And even though it's a 38, there is an adequate closet. Well, yeah. Shelving. A little bench. The wall finishing, though it's, you know, very artificial wood, it's better than the vinyl covering on the Fontaine Pajot.
So notice this from last year. The same model was here last year.
Storage and shelving.
Obviously,
A small head and a very small sink. But there's cabinetry there. And this is a very adequate shower. Whoop, this is closed. Oh, this shower is way bigger than I would have thought for a 38. It's actually luxurious with a stool, lots of shampoo shelving. Yeah. This'll do.
And back into the salon.
What'd you think of it?
And now I'm going to go down on the port side. Again, the stairs are very narrow, so you can almost have to hold on to something to go down, just before they can slip right off them. And on the forward, on the other side, was a shower, separate shower and all that. Over here, it's an actual berth. And it's triangular, so you're not getting a full queen size. So then you turn around, and there's this one single head for both bathrooms on this one side. So it's not a separate shower. So this side, you not only are you sharing a bathroom, but you don't have a separate shower, so everything gets wet when you have a shower. And that's the port side. And then the port side back cabin is at least a full-size queen, full square queen, so normal sheets will work. And yeah, not a lot of space, and not a lot of cabinetry on this side. There's some under the bed here. The doorways aren't very narrow to get through, so there's some under the bed, and there's some here, and that's it. So this side is definitely more like your guest side. They don't get a lot of stuff included.
So very steep stairs. So this is the 2-cabin side, and both cabins share this head. And it's similar to our own head, where the sink, tap, faucet mounts up on the wall to form a shower. And the forward berth. So it's big enough for one. Down the tiny hallway. Oh, so another queen bed with a square mattress. Good windows. Little closets.
So notice this from last year. This same model was here last year. It's okay. It's obviously feels a little too small to live on, but the fact that one side is like an owner's version makes it acceptable, because the owner's version side seems to have everything you need. It's the, you know, guest side that the cabins are a little snug and there's not a lot of storage space. So yeah, if you're willing to let your guests suffer a bit, you could live with this if you wanted to be just a couple living aboard. So there's where the captain's pilot station is. And it has this plexiglass slide over roof that when you're not steering, you can pull that closed and then no rain gets into, you know, where you're sitting down here. Okay, here we are at Lagoon for this episode, and this is our favorite builder from last year. We'll see if it stays there this year. So we've just gone on the very first boat. We're trying to go small to large this time and not skip a boat like we did last time. We accidentally skipped a boat. So we just went on the 38. They don't name their boats at Lagoon. They just give them numbers. Like this 380 is a 38 foot, and the 42 is well, they call it a 42 now. It's going to be obviously 42 feet. So their old numbering system had a 0 at the end, like 380 was 38, and the newer models that they've come out with, they've dropped the 0 at the end. But anyways, as for the 380 we just went on, what did you think?
It's cute, but too small.
Yeah.
But cute.
Yeah. It's the same as, it hasn't changed from last year's model.
It was an owner's version, so the owner's version was, had a big bathroom and shower.
I think talking to the salesperson last year, the 380 always comes like that. It's too small to have all individual cabins. So they always make one side an owner's version where the cabin's got proper storage and everything, and it's usable on that side. The other side, which is the guest side, is very tight. Not a lot of storage, extremely tight, and only one bathroom on that side for both cabins. And it's not even a separate shower on that side. It's a shower over your toilet kind of shower.
Yes.
So yeah, it'd be okay.
That we have right now.
It'd be good for a couple if they were not living aboard, if they were just using it as their kind of floating cottage when they get away from work. I think it would work.
Yeah.
But living full time for the rest of your life on it?
I think it would be suitable for St. Lawrence.
Yeah. Or anybody who wants to put in the Caribbean and just go visit it every once in a while. That boat would work perfectly fine because you're not going to live and not bring everything you own on the boat.
Yes.
But if you're living full time, you bring everything you own, just not enough space.
Nowhere to put it.
So we're going to go up to the 42 and hopefully that one's closer to the right size. All right. Okay, here we are on the Lagoon 42. And it is going to be more to the size that we're looking for, correct, Janice?
Very much.
Okay. So we're going to start inside.
Because
it is a popular boat, and we've got to get it while it's not too easy.
Another really nice sitting and lounging area. I like to sit and lounge. Sitting and lounging. Ooh, this is good. This is very good. It's very big. It's got everything in this area here.
Yeah, it's much bigger. Big difference over the 380.
Oh,
so there's Janice is opening the fridge.
It looks like a fridge to me, yeah.
And then there's a stove or oven down here.
Their TV over there and cabinets up here. More window, so it feels brighter and bigger. I really like this sitting area here, dining area.
Yeah, this feels like
it has an additional bench here.
It's just a little too tight.
The
42 is good.
And the U-shaped galley. U-shaped galley I really like. There's only one sink, so that is a that's a flaw.
Get back so I didn't get behind.
So it's a big sink, but there is only one.
That's a downside.
A little microwave cubby. What's nice to have its own designated little cubby
It's an
hole.
owner's version.
Stove, but there aren't there's not a lot of. Let's see. Oh, there's a deep cabinet. Okay. I get it. Nav station. Again, utilizing the end of the settee. This is good for me. Nice staircase with almost full-size steps.
Here on the starboard side, it is an owner's version. So not only is this about the right size we want, it is an owner's version, which is the model kind we would want, because you get a full queen-size bed, although it is rounded, so the sheets might be a little more challenging to find, but nonetheless, queen-size bed and a beautiful desk area.
Full-size steps.
The owner's version.
Yay.
Yay. Kind we would like.
Very open down here. Very bright.
And then on the side, I'll slide by it.
Sorry.
I'll go this way first.
Here.
And then you have your separate head with a sink and a separate shower. So there we go. Lots of space. Yay. Kind we would like.
Very open down here. Very bright.
And, on the side, I'll slide by it.
Sorry.
I'll go this
So
way
there's
first.
some vinyl here, but it's firm against the wall. I think this is more firmly attached than on the Fontaine Pajots. Lots of window and access on both sides. Not a square bed, which I'm surprised because the smaller boat had square queen-size beds, but whatever. And then a desk / dressing table. Lots of shelving. Good cupboard space. magazine rack, that's handy. Sorry. And the owner's suite. Good. Big. Sink. The sink is kind of small, but it is only 42. Linen cupboard. Good storage. I wonder if this is the... There's lots of storage in here. I'm looking for washer and dryer spots. No, that wouldn't house a washer dryer. Oh. Shower has a big door here. I wonder if it has a washer dryer potential. I can't open it. This is good. A closing shower door.
So this is the port side, and this is not obviously non-owner side. This is what your guests would have. Still acceptable. You have a decent sized queen. You know, a little bit of shelving, some storage under the bed, and then some storage behind the door. And I'm assuming this is the head. And now it's a head with a sink, and the shower is your sink handle. So you have to shower over top of your toilet, and then it goes down the drain. So no separate shower, which is kind of something Janice likes. In her head is a separate shower. And then let's go through to this side. This is the stern one. The stern cabins tend to usually have a little bit more beam to them, so they're a little wider. And like you say, nice setup. Not a ton of cabinetry considering, but this is your guest side, so I guess they're assuming your guests aren't going to have a ton of stuff clothes to bring. So you just have the cabinets that are behind the door, and then they have their own head, which again, oh, this one actually does have a separate shower. Okay, so this stern cabin has a separate shower, but the bow guest cabin does not. So. Okay, so the 42 has the outdoor, of course, with the hard bimini. Outdoor salon. And then we'll go up here and see how the deck looks. Now, even though these have raised hatches, they're actually recessed in, so less likelihood you're going to stub your toe. And they seem to have vents. I don't know if that's standard or if that's included, but that is a nice feature because nothing is worse than having a humid bedroom and you can't get the humidity out. Not as much, we've seen other boats with more padded seating in the front.
But they probably added those paddings. So you probably can buy the
You probably can buy the padding, yeah, that goes around this. But there's always going to be that winch or the windlass right in your seating area. It's not under the deck. So, and they've just put the padding right on top of the trampoline. All right. The princess seats are a little small. Okay? Princess seats are a bit small and they're facing only backwards. So.
The smaller boat has an interior gypsy or whatever that is.
Yeah. Oh, and there's some padding up here. So this is the pilot station or captain station.
I like it.
Yeah.
Steps to above.
So you have, so let me cover that. You have steps to go up there to a padded area. And from here you can pretty much see both bows from here. And look at this, I'm assuming this is included, the B&G chart plotters and instruments. Right here. You got your powered winches. You can see this is the controllers for your powered winches. 2 of them. And yeah, pretty nice. Solar, lots of room back here for solar panels. And lots of seating down here. By being partway up, you have conversation with the people down below while you're a captain.
Us again.
Us again. So we just got off the Lagoon 42.
Yes.
And we liked.
Yes.
It's very nice.
I could do this.
This one was the I'm forgetting now. Is it the owner's version? I'll start that again. I don't remember now. Was this an owner's version? Hello again.
Yes.
So we just got off the Lagoon 42. Owner's version. And we really liked it.
We did.
Needless to say, the owner's version side is very, very nice, very big, and lots of storage space. Even the non-owner side, the guest side.
Had a good sized cabin with a good sized bathroom in the back.
Yeah. So this is definitely one of our contenders, and we're going to go from this to the 45, which was our favorite from last season. Yes. So I'm sure we're going to like it again. I don't think they've changed that model, so
No.
the newer models, you can kind of tell that they're, the hatches have changed and things like that. They make slight changes. Usually they improve the interior volume by using the space a little more efficiently. But last year we loved the 450S anyway, so can't imagine we're going to hate it. So that's next. Okay, that covers the smaller 2 lagoons at the show. Come back for the next episode when we get on to the big boys, and who doesn't like more space? The 450S and the Lagoon 52. And in the episodes that follow after that, we'll get into the last big production builder, Leopards. And then after that, we'll get into the more custom builders, things like Exquisite, Royal Cape Catamarans, Antares, and many more. So subscribe so you don't miss an episode. But until we see you next time, this is Craig and Janice signing off, wishing you safe cruising.